What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So with the weather starting to warm up, at least where I'm at, it's got me thinking about some of the summer fragrances I plan on adding in the rotation, because I'm very seasonal and there's certain things I only wear in the summertime, and there's specifically a few fragrances that I bought that I haven't even really spent a lot of time with yet because I'm waiting on summer. So these are 20 summer fragrances that I'm just excited to wear this year. Stay tuned. Do you like musk and aquatics? You'll probably like John Varvatos XX Artisan Teal. This is kind of slowly becoming my favorite John Varvatos fragrance. It's a much more aquatic and salty twist on kind of like YEDT from YSL, which I'm a personal favorite of. Spoiler, that is later in this video because I like to wear that one in the summer as well. But this is fresh, salty aquatic. Who doesn't like that in the high heat summer, you know? It is some good stuff. A little bit on the citrus, as you can expect with a lot of fresher fragrances, but this very much gives a high heat daytime summer vibe. Performance is on the average side, but it's very enjoyable and it's very cheap. Looking forward to wearing John Varvatos Artisan Teal. Now this is one of those fragrances I bought and have not done a single full wearing since I got it because I was saving it for summer. It is Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. Oh yeah. The apricot, citruses, fig. It is so tropical for what it is. Fresh, fruity, juicy citrus, a little green, clean and musky. It's got this aquatic vibe to it. I love this fragrance, so much so that I ponied up the money at Louis Vuitton. Hence, you can see my initials engraved in the bottle because they offered, and I was like, what the hell, why not? These things are not cheap, guys. Something's really got to move me to want to spend over $300 on a bottle. I really like this. Is it going to be for everybody? No. But man, do I love the way this smells. This is such a vibe and a mood for beach days, for just going out and about on a, just hot tropical weather kind of day. This really speaks to me. I'm only going to wear this one in summer. I've literally been hoarding this since I bought it in end of January. I've been having it for a few months now. I've done a couple of test sprays, don't get me wrong, but I haven't done a full wearing because I'm waiting for summer. So needless to say, of all of these in this video, I'm most eager to wear this in this Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. One of the unsung heroes of the designer world when it comes to fresh. I kind of only wear this one in the summertime as well. This is Giorgio Armani's Acqua Absolu. It's become kind of a community darling over the last couple of years, which is kind of interesting to me because it didn't get the kind of love it really deserved when it was readily available in the market. I mean, you can still find bottles, but I don't think it's in production anymore, if I remember correctly. But this one is very much like if you took Profumo, which is also no longer available in the market. Take Profumo, remove the incense, now enhance some fruity notes in the top, kind of like putting Invictus Aqua into it. You leave the patchouli, the marine notes, the labdanum, basically the entire base of Profumo minus incense, and add some Invictus Aqua, and you get Absolu. It's incredible. It's incredible. A little bit more patchouli than you might think actually shines in this, but it's very fruity, fresh, aquatic. Super great performer. Compliment beast in my experience too. I kind of only wear this one in the summer. This is a great performer as well. I get every bit of 9 or 10 hours with strong projection for a couple of hours and a really good sillage that I can constantly smell myself. Apparently people around me can constantly smell me because, like I said, I've gotten many compliments over the years, over the summers, of wearing this because I do exclusively wear it in the summer. So I'm eager to get it back in the rotation. And that's Acqua Absolu. Another one I exclusively wear in the summertime that I got last spring, wore a little bit during the summer, and can't wait to throw Tom Ford's Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua back into the rotation. I'm a sucker for these fresh eau de toilettes from Tom Ford. A lot of people won't really give them the time of day because they're not strong performers. They're anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. I have several of them. This one's probably the best smelling opening. Besides Costa Azzurra Aqua, those two are kind of my favorites. Juicy, fresh, citrus, spearmint. I mean, loads of different citruses. A little bit of a fruity tone, but obviously Mandarin Orange is the star of this show. Light white, floral, fresh, clean, musky, airy fragrance. Absolute delight to wear. Light blue colored bottle fits it. I would kind of consider this one a light blue fragrance as well, based around citrus, but definitely has this airy, oceanic, freshwater, aquatic vibe to it. It's good stuff, and I do get average, slightly below average performance. Let's call it around 4 to 5 hours longevity, about an hour of projection. Nothing crazy with the performance, but an enjoyable fresh wear on a hot summer's day for sure. I'm ready to throw it in the rotation. It's Mandarino di Amalfi Acqua. Fresh tropical coconut, a little bit of a sunscreen feel, aquatic, a bit of fig that gives it a little bit of this bitter fruity tone. Issey Miyake Fusion d'Issey, and not the extreme. I'll wear the extreme. I'm definitely going to wear that. I could have put both of them right here, honestly. The extreme's a little bit warmer, a little bit heavier on the woods, more of a dense wood smell. This is fresher. This is overall much more of a hot summer's day, sunscreen by the beach kind of smell. Oh, and I'm such a fan of stuff like this. Quite unique and very affordable. You can get this one. I think I paid mid-30s, high 30s, maybe around $40 for 100 ml from discounters from the link down below. I'm not sure if it's in stock. I didn't check before recording, but man, this is one of those Issey Miyake fragrances that does not get enough love, and really the extreme gets the attention because it's a great performer. This is actually an average performer. I still get 5, 6, 7 hours out of this fragrance. Nothing crazy, but nothing weak. It is hovering in the air. God, that smells good. It has this warm, spicy tone from some nutmeg to it, but still maintains this fresh, tropical sunscreen type of tone. The way the coconut and the fig and a little bit of citrus kind of blend together. This stuff is actually really, really good. Can't wait to wear this one this year. And that's Issey Miyake Fusion d'Issey. My favorite from Atelier Cologne, Pacific Lime. If you've never tried Pacific Lime, you're doing yourself a disservice. Juicy lime, creamy coconut, nice and tropical, without being an oceanic aquatic fragrance. Loaded with natural oils. This one in particular, 91% of ingredients are of natural origin. Let me get that to focus a little bit. There you go. I like how they put that on the label. So, needless to say, it's not a strong performer. Normally when they're loaded with natural oils, they typically don't last a really long time. Synthetics last a lot longer. But it's a pure parfum. It's a high oil concentration. It's rich and relatively thick aroma while still maintaining a lot of brightness to this scent because it's lighter notes such as a little bit of a green feel with some lime and some coconut. Just absolutely magnificent scent. Oh, it's an experience worth having. I have, a handful or so of fragrances from them at this point, and none of them hold a candle to Pacific Lime, in my opinion. I can't wait to wear this one this summer. It's Atelier Cologne Pacific Lime. A little bit of that sour starfruit note, some carambola, other citruses. I believe there's a lemongrass kind of green feel to this one, with some creamy coconut, a little bit of an aquatic feel. It's Tommy Bahama Maritime Voyage, the release from, I want to say last year, maybe the year before. But this is good stuff right here. I know people see Eau de Cologne and want to run for the hills. Like, oh God, weak performance. Decent performance. 4 or 5 hour fragrance, even bordering into the 6 hour. Most of their Eau de Colognes, which is most of their fragrances, actually perform pretty well on me. This is the best of the line. I have the entire line, and this is the one that really stands out the most to me. It's got that creaminess. It's not a sunscreen feel from the coconut, but that sour star fruit and other citruses really kind of give this a little bit of a unique twist. It doesn't remind me of a bunch of other fragrances. It's actually quite good. You can get it for a really good price, sub $40. You can get it like high 20s, low 30s at this point, I'm sure. I haven't looked. I paid in the mid to high 30s. It's a 4.2 ounce bottle. Just spray some more if you need some more. Man, this is such a good fragrance, and I've been eager to get my Tommy Bahama fragrances back in rotation. Summer rolls around. That's when I wear Tommy Bahama stuff, and this is my favorite of the bunch, and I'm eager to get to wearing it again. It's Tommy Bahama Maritime Voyage. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to wear all three randomly throughout the summer. I've been wearing Paradise Garden here in the spring because it's ideal for spring, but Le Beau Eau de Toilette, and yes, I will be wearing the Le Parfum as well, but this is the most high heat summer appropriate of the bunch. It's the freshest of the group. It's the most citrus forward. You do get that creamy coconut, and then you got that powdery sweet tonka bean. Above average performance. Not as strong as the Le Parfum, not as good of a performer as Paradise Garden, but still not a weak fragrance. That's so good. This is such a great base DNA because both the flankers are phenomenal. Both the flankers have this scent profile glaring and just screaming out of it. I can't wait to see what the fourth flanker is going to be. The Le Beau line from Jean Paul Gaultier is my favorite. Especially the Le Parfum is my favorite Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance overall, but you got to show some love and some respect to the DNA because this is where it's at. I know they have Le Beau Mal that came out prior that's technically part of the Le Mal line. And I know in certain forums it'll show it's the Le Beau line because it's got Beau and Mal and male, Mal, however you want to say it, in there. Kind of iffy. I've never tried it. Maybe one day I will get it, but I know it's not a coconut fragrance like this. I know it's more like Artemisia and greens and stuff like that. Maybe one day. But for this summer, I'm looking to wear Le Beau EDT. Now, I referenced this would be in the video earlier. This is Yves Saint Laurent's Y Eau de Toilette. This is the original formula. I believe it's 2017 this came out. I love this. Why do I love this more than the new rendition that came out in 2022, I believe? That's a sweeter fragrance. This is, while this is a more synthetic fragrance, which some of you would say, why would you want the more synthetic one? Because it's loaded with fresh, bright, fizzy aldehydes that just brighten my mood, lift my day, pull compliments. I've gotten many compliments with this fragrance. It just smells so good to me. I love the Y line. And I think the original's an unsung hero. The EDP overshadowed it because of its crazy performance. Y Live was kind of like Invictus blended with Y. Beautiful. The Eau Fraiche, gorgeous fragrance. I'm going to pull that one out this summer as well. Kind of a warm lemon from some lemon and ginger. Kind of a little bit of departure from the DNA. Then you have the EDP Intense is a great everyday wear. Le Parfum is an enhanced version of this. It's my favorite, technically. And then we have the newest Elixir, which hasn't gotten here yet. I did order it at the recording of this video. Point being, I like the whole line, but for summer, this is the one. The aldehydes just make this crazy fresh. Of course, you get a little bit of citrus. You get that fruity apple smell. A lot of ambergris, clean musk. It's not as spicy as some of the others. It's not as sweet as some of the others. But it's, in my opinion, the freshest of the bunch and the best for the summer. And I actually get pretty good performance. I get 6 or 7 hours of longevity. And this stuff trails for me. Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Toilette, the original formula. The best opening from the house. I'll argue with anybody about that. Zaharoff Signature Citrine. I love rocking this one during the summer. This is a beautiful, fresh and sweet orange, a limey clementine. I get all of the resin. There's a beautiful ambery accord, and then the frankincense, the olibanum here, pops off of my skin. It's like a smoky, fresh, sweet orange lime type of smell, because clementine really kind of smells just like lime. Beautiful clementine note. That's what this fragrance is based around. And it's really that simple. There's other notes here. I get a little bit of a woody tone. Of course, there's a nice clean musk, but man, resins and citruses, it just works. Fresh, bright, opening that's to die for. Some people will say they get terrible performance. Some people will say they get great performance. Everybody is different. I actually get really good longevity and weak projection unless it's hot outside. If it's hot and my skin's heating up, I got a little bit of a sweat going, this stuff pumps off the skin and gets crazy sillage. But if I'm just chilling indoors in climate control environment, after about an hour it's sitting really close to the skin, but it still stays on skin anywhere from 6 to 8 hours on me. I quite love this fragrance. I mean, you see the dent. It's one I go back to. I love this one. I like to wear this one in the evenings. I like to wear this one during the day. In the summertime, this is a daytime thing for me. But in the evenings, I like to use my shave set that matches it, and I always throw a few sprays of the fragrance, but can't wait to rock it this summer. Zaharoff Signature Citrine. And don't get me wrong, the entire line works here, but high heat day, the best of the bunch for high heat is Polo Ultra Blue. I only wear this one on certain outdoor adventure days during the summertime. That's why they don't have a huge dent. I've had it for a few years, several years now at this point. And I only wear it a few times a year during the summer because it's one of those like going to Gulf World or going to the zoo or like doing some of that stuff out here. Maybe we're going eat on the patio by the beach or something. Those high heat days where it's not necessarily going to be a beach day, but we're going to be outdoors a lot. I need something super refreshing and bright. There's mineral notes, bright citron, and it still ties to the original's DNA without just smelling like the watery cucumber smell of the original. It's got zest. It's bright and airy. It'll die off if it doesn't get high heat. This is another fragrance that needs the heat and shines in the heat. Such a great outdoor summertime fragrance. It's Ralph Lauren's Polo Ultra Blue. For those laid-back casual days, Mancera's French Riviera. One of my favorite fragrances that I own. I continue to praise this fragrance. I only wear it in the summertime. Citruses, fresh and watery, creamy white floral, a little bit of a soft powder, musk and woods. It's nothing remarkably groundbreaking in scent profile, but it's the feeling that it evokes when I wear it, how I feel, and the enjoyment I get from the aroma is what makes it special to me. It's just such a great fragrance, well above average in performance. Nothing crazy strong, but lasts around 8 hours on my skin. Is prominent, slightly above average type of projection for a little while with a decent sillage here. This is one that I can continually smell myself that really just puts me in a great mood. Such a happy, laid-back kind of fragrance. Can't wait to put it back in the rotation. Get it to focus. That would just be phenomenal. It's Mancera French Riviera. To me, it's the best smelling of the bunch. Some are going to say Forever is the one. I recommend the O Intense often. I still say we're talking the best smelling of the bunch. Really, it's the original, but for me, as far as flankers for Light Blue Italian Love is the one. This is the one. So you get everything that was great about the previous flanker from this one, Forever, that was all about that tart grapefruit. You get enhanced bergamot. You get a nice patchouli accord that gives it this slightly earthy green facet to go with the massively aquatic citrus-based fragrance. It is so good. Well above average in performance, too. Not a beast. 6 to 8 hour range longevity, prominent projection, pretty good sillage. And it smells incredible. Man, that's good. Man, that is good. I can't wait to wear this. It's been a while since I sprayed it. This is the first time I've smelled it in a while. So good. Only wear my light blue fragrances in the summer. That goes across the line. I have several of them. I only wear them in the summertime because they are such great summertime fragrances. And this is a great summertime fragrance. I can't wait to get it back in the rotation. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love. Discontinued to my knowledge. I talked about it recently when I was ranking my 5 favorites from the house, but I've been eager to wear Aqua Atlantique from Bvlgari as of late, especially since I've been spraying it and talking about it as of late. This is, in the most simple way I can describe it, the original Aqua Poron, that saltwater seaweed aquatic mixed with Dylan Blue's DNA, that amberwood, slightly incense resinous aquatic smell, citruses and stuff. You kind of blend those two. You get Aqua Atlantique, phenomenal performer as well. Another one, Compliment Magnet. Damn, does that smell good. This is one of the greatest aquatics I've ever smelled. I got asked this the other day, what's my favorite aquatic, and this was one of the ones I mentioned because it's pretty hard to topple. It's one of the GOATs when it comes to aquatics for me. And yeah, it's synthetic, and I know with certain people's skin chemistries, this is one of those blue fragrances that's notorious for the rotten egg smell. That's a skin chemistry thing, guys, because I've never experienced that with any of the notable culprits causing that. It's a skin chemistry thing with, I guess, certain amberwood chemicals or whatever is in some of these blue fragrances that does that to people. It doesn't do it to me. Man, I love this stuff. If you ever have the opportunity to find this bottle for a decent price, I would encourage you to do it. If you like blue, if you like aquatic, if you like the original Aqua, if you like Dylan Blue, if you like any of that stuff, you'll probably like this. I can't wait to spray it again. Aqua Atlantique. Super tropical. And I never know the proper way to pronounce it. I've heard Carasso, I've heard Caraco, I've heard Carosso, I've heard all kinds of stupid shit. People correct me all the time. I'm just going to go with what I think it is with Jacques Fath Carasso Bay. There we go. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Caraco, Carassa, whatever. The fragrance is amazing. A little bit of frangipani gives this creamy floral, coconut, fruity, citric, tropical as can be. Great performance. Jacques Fath, best magnetic caps in the game. These things are crazy strong, hefty caps. Great atomizer. Phenomenal fragrances. Really good quality. This was hyped heavily a few years ago, and I totally get it. It's straight up a strictly summer fragrance for me. I can't wait to throw it back in the rotation. This is such a beach vibe kind of fragrance. Like I said, tropical as it gets. It's beautiful. I encourage you to check this out. If you want a phenomenal tropical scent that will transport you to being on a summer vacation, even if you can't go on one at the time, you might want to check this out. Let me get it to focus. I got a busy backdrop, so it does this sometimes. Jacques Fath Carasso Bay. Now, what I'm about to say about this fragrance, I mean that shit. I really do. I always stand by what I say. And when it comes to people making their own coconut fragrance, and I mean everyone, I mean every brand, none are excluded when I say this, and I say it with love. Everybody's trying to make their Virgin Island water. Because when it comes to coconut tropical fragrances, this is the GOAT. Creed Virgin Island water is the GOAT of coconut-based tropical fragrances. I'm sorry. It's an opinion. It's my opinion. It's a strong and assertive opinion that I just threw out there. But boy, I stand by that. Great performance, too. Creed gets knocked for they water it down, they reformulate it, all this stuff you'll hear online. Phenomenal performer. This is lime, coconut, boozy rum, sugary sweet, a little bit of florals. Man, is this good. Give it another spritz. Man, you want to feel like you're on vacation. I know I said that about several fragrances in this video, but this is going to Hawaii. This is the Virgin Islands. This is the Keys. This is more than just Panama City Beach like I am. This is exotic. Man, it's so good. The quality's great. The performance is good. There's a lot of ways to smell like this fragrance. There's a lot of people out there with their version of it. There's clones of it. There's all that stuff. But the magic's in the Creed bottle. I gotta be honest, it's hard to beat. This is an experience worth having. I know it's expensive. I get it. I understand. But get a sample and experience it, just so you can say you tried it before you maybe move on to an affordable twist. But man, the original, the real deal, it's special. Creed Virgin Island water. From something quite expensive to something quite cheap that I still love to this day. It's a great fragrance on a super high heat day. Cool Water Wave from Davidoff. This is one of my favorite cool water flankers ever produced. It kind of smells like a little bit of cool water with a lot of like Invictus Aqua blended in here. Get a little bit of a quick hit of some pepper from Sichuan pepper. There's a fresh, bright, aromatic juniper, almost gin-like smell. It's aquatic. It's a little bit woodsy. It's very aromatic, a little soapy. Has some of that shower gel feel. Man, this is good. Honestly, I'm about to head to the gym. We're going to throw 3 sprays on because in about 4 hours or so, it'll be gone anyway, especially with how I'm about to heat up. I'll burn it off. But yeah, we're rocking this to the gym. That smells so good. Everybody should grab this. These 4.2 ounce bottles are around $20. Next time you're grabbing a cheapie, I haven't looked for it in a while. Wherever you're shopping online, scoop it up. Just scoop it up. Just do it. I normally don't encourage the blind buys, but out of all these fragrances, I got 20 fragrances in this video. This is the one that made me spray it in the air, and I'm like, oh shit, let me spray it on. Fresh, bright, uplifting, mood boosting. Beautiful fragrance. Those of you who like to wear something fresh to the gym like I do, here you go. Here's a great one. High heat summer day. Here you go. Here's a great one. Don't want to spend a lot of money, want to smell great. Here you go. Here's a great one. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. Now, I haven't even given a full wearing to this one yet either. This is one I bought and I was like, yep, summer. I've been holding off on wearing it till summer. I look at it as Cedrapoise Eau Fraiche. Even though it came out way before Cedrapoise, this is Mancera's Wild Fruits. So it smells like enhancing the citruses, toning down the woods, eliminating the leather, reeling back the fruity sweetness. Because it does have elements like black currant and a little bit of cedar wood, some clean musk. Like it really does smell like it belongs in Cedrapoise's family. Even though, like I said, this came out several years before Cedrapoise. This is such a great, underrated and underappreciated summer offering from Mancera. I've done test sprays. I've been holding off to make some summertime memories with this fragrance because I really think this is some seriously good stuff that needs more love. In my experience so far, it's actually pretty good performance. It's not as strong as most of the other Manceras. Falls in that 6 to 8 hour range in longevity. projects really well. It's bright and airy. I mean, it's loud. For the first hour to 2 hours, it's definitely loud. But man, I can't wait to rock this one this summer. Give this one a shot. Get a sample and try it if you haven't. It's Mancera Wild Fruits. This one's about as simple as it sounds. A little bit of pepper, some mango, and some lime. It's from Joe Loves. Mango Thai Lime. Only wear this one in the summer. My friends Hillary and Yara had sent me some decants a while back. We did a couple of live streams, and man, this was the one. Out of all the decants they sent me, I was like, I have to have a bottle of this. I bought it from overseas. This is Jo Malone's other brand that she perfumes, and I just had to have it. Is it supernatural? No, there's some synthetics to this, but man, is this uplifting. Think about that. Peppered mango and lime. Doesn't that sound good? Because guess what? It is really good. Really good. My God. It's almost like I ranked them because this is second to last, and this is definitely one of the best aromas out of these 20. Man. Get a sample and try this one. It's like $150. It's not like it's some cheap fragrance, but it's also not crazy expensive either. I mean, hell, designers are coming in higher than, like the Elixir Flankers, they're coming in higher than that for 60 mLs and stuff. So, I mean, I'm looking at you, Y Elixir. You know, even at discounted, I just paid $125 for it. That's way more synthetic than this. So, point being, if you want a magnificent tropical fruity experience, that's kind of pretty unique. I don't have another fragrance out of almost 2,000 bottles that smells anything like this. And of the other thousands of fragrances I've smelled, I can't tell you anything else that smells like Mango Thai Lime. I can't wait to put this in the rotation. Joe Loved, Mango Thai Lime. Last but most certainly not least, what I think is Raja Dove's best fragrance for high heat summer. The best for the summertime. Oceania. Oh yeah, this is special stuff right here. So fresh, so airy and light. It wears light, but it stays a long time. It's aquatic, as the name and the logo and all this stuff going on would tell you, without aquatic notes. If you look at the note breakdown, it's where's the aquatics? Other than a little synthetic ambergris, where is it? You get a nice, soft, soapy, slightly powdery floral heart with some violet and some iris, loads of citruses. It's airy, bright, and fresh. Like I said, this wears so well. This is a great option in the summertime. I only wear this in the summertime. I can't wait to put it back in rotation. It is so good. It is so good. And look, he's got a lot of really good summer fragrances. People would argue the Elysiums, Isola Blue. If you have Oligarch EDP still in your collection, if you're lucky to have that, that's even brighter than Isola Blue. Man, he's got some really good stuff for the summertime, but I don't think any of them can really hold a candle to this. It just screams, wear me outside in the heat, whether you're on vacation or not. Button-up linens, polo shirts, golf shirts, whatever have you. It's hot outside. It's summertime. You want something elegant and classy and wears light? Raja Parfums Oceania. Well, that's the 20 that I'm most excited to wear this summer. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. What's some fragrances you're excited to wear once summertime rolls around? Because in a lot of places, it's starting to get that level hot. It's hitting 90 degrees a lot of places, and especially where it's humid is where it's hitting that. So it might say 90, but it probably feels like 95, 96. Heat index and stuff gets higher than that. It's living in the Gulf Coast, what can I say? And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the 20 that I'm eager to wear this summer, and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.